Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lunch Poetry. I'm Arit Mahadevan, your host. This episode of Lunch Poetry is actually a bit spontaneous. This is International Poetry Week at Lunch Poetry, and I've planned out a few different poems from a few different countries to read to you. Today I was watching the last episode of the first season of a show that I like called Big Little Lies. And in the last few scenes of that show, they performed this song called "The Wonder of You," and it's a performance by the Villagers. But the song was originally written by Baker Knight, and it's been performed by a few different artists. Baker Knight is a very popular songwriter with a couple of different hits that you'd probably recognize. But the reason I wanted to broadcast today was because I heard this song and I noticed something about it that I think was valuable to call out and something that is worth referencing when we go through the different poems in International Poetry Week. Let me read the poem to you and then I can explain what I'm talking about. So this is The Wonder of You by Baker Knight. When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on. And you're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. That's the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand, and I'm a king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me like you do. That's the wonder of you. So the reason I wanted to call to make this broadcast is because if you notice the third stanza of this poem, and when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand, and I'm a king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. You'll notice when you hear the song that it has this attractive quality to it, that somehow it's rhythmic, it is appealing, and somehow musically beautiful. And I think that one of the reasons that it is that way is mathematical. A lot of poems that you'll hear when you feel the poem kind of pick up a beat or pick up some sort of tempo, it's because there's some sort of mathematics at play. So in this case, the reason that I think, or one of the reasons that I think this is appealing, is because of the syllable counts. So if you were to count the syllables in each line of this four-line stanza, you would notice that it follows a pattern of 9 syllables, 8 syllables, 9 syllables, and then 8 syllables. And I'd like you to keep this in mind because I'll show you as we go through International Poetry Week that this this concept of syllable count, the number of syllables in each line of a stanza, is something that transcends languages and that is almost just a human element of beauty. It's something that is appealing to us no matter what language we're listening to and whether we understand that language or not. Um, anyway, I wanted to call this out. I thought the song was beautiful as well, and it was a nice throwback to when we were talking about songs that could stand on their own as beautiful poems, and I think this is definitely one of that category. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I hope you'll tune in again for the rest of International Poetry Week.